I tend to ask athletes 3 questions when they come to see me, and I've had a lot of distinguished athletes come to see me over the years. And my 3 questions are, what do you want? How badly do you want it? And how much are you willing to suffer?
It's Jordan Mulligan from the Mulligan Brothers, and today's video is with Bill Beswick, a sports performance psychologist, author of an incredible book, 12 Rules, which is going to be linked down below. And this video is talking about inspiring the next generation of athletes. And funny enough, in a strange way, Bill Beswick had some influence on myself. So this is what the Inspire Change movement is. Bill Beswick was my coach's coach. So my basketball coach was coached by Bill Beswick. So in a way, this is what I mean when I say inspire change. And my coach, Curtis, had spoken about Bill Beswick in the past. He had inspired my coach, and my coach inspired me. And it might be a small chain reaction, but it's very important to me. My coach had a massive influence on my life. So Bill Beswick, in some ways, had influenced that all happening. And this is what I mean about inspire change, guys. It's through your actions and what you do on a day-to-day basis. You do not know and understand the butterfly effect of what you are doing on a day-to-day basis. So keep moving forward in that way. Today's video was sponsored by theeverydaystoic.com, the best apparel for stoicism apparel online. The link is in the description. Thank you so much to Everyday Stoic for doing this for us. They're the best social media page for stoicism too. This is the More Fatty t-shirt, my favorite t-shirt of their collection. They've got many more stuff, but this is the one I like to rock. Thank you to them for making this possible. And also to audible.com, where you can get a free audiobook if you follow the link in the description. Guys, supporting those companies who help sponsor this makes this possible. So thank you for everybody who supported it, and thank you to the companies who are involved in this. For me, inspiring the next generation of athletes, inspiring the next generation of anything is really important. But the next generation of athletes, Bill Beswick talking about that is take lessons from it. Let's lead forward to inspire the people around us, the next generation around us, through our actions.
When I joined Manchester YMCA, they have 56 sports there over 6 floors. And I went as a 14-year-old, small, thin, with a plastic bag with some kit in, and walked around all 56 sports and nobody spoke to me. And I didn't know what to do. And I was in the gymnasium and there was basketball practice. And the Polish coach of the team came over to me and said, "Do you want to join in?" And those words have created my life. I can't think about how important those words are to me. And that's been my motto in life, to say that to other people as I've gone through life. Do you want to join in? And he kickstart, which was an amazing career.
Oh, mate. So did you start playing at a high level with basketball? Or?
I was very limited as a player, I'm afraid. I dreamed about playing at a high level. I loved the sport. I still love the sport. But it became clear to me that my physique wasn't matched for the game. So I made an early transition into coaching and found to my delight that I loved coaching.
I'd love to know what different sports have you worked in as well? Like, just give us a list. I know you said a lot earlier, but
many different sports, from equestrian to American football to basketball to netball to you name it. Because I've always believed that some of the performance issues that I deal with cross all sports, and of course cross business and education as well. Because the human being, when called upon to perform something that's challenging, faces all the mental and emotional barriers that I was talking about before. So I think my work applies across all aspects of performance.
what's your thoughts on children and especially young adults nowadays getting involved in a sport and maintaining that?
I think it's so important. I think it's so important. It's an activity which demands a level of commitment, a level of courage, focus, concentration, determination, resilience. And I think a lot of the present generation of young people have had life a little bit easy. They've been brought up in reasonably good circumstances by parents who really love them too much, done too much for them. And so they're not very resourceful as a generation. But you step into the world of sport and you've got to face up to some realities. And I think sport can help society by teaching children all those great qualities. When you join a team, you're committed. And then the second thing is to get on with other people. You've got to move from me to we. You've got to stop being selfish and start being selfless. You've got to pass the ball to the person in the best position, or they will tell you you should pass the ball to the person in the best position. And then you've got to learn to have self-belief, and when you're playing in the arena, stepping up in the arena, you've got to take responsibility for your actions. You've got to have resilience when you get beaten or get dropped from the team. You've got to bounce back. So a lot of great human qualities which will help them throughout life are embedded in the learning of sport. Coaching and psychology are two of the things you can never master. You can never master them. Coaching evolves all the time. And psychology is so deep, so wide, that I feel as though I've only touched the surface. And there's so much more, which is why at my age I'm still working, because I'm actually interested in what I'm finding out.
How would you describe sports psychology to somebody who's never heard of it before?
Well, it's about maximising on yourself. It's about dealing with your own doubts, fears and anxieties, about letting the positive you defeat the negative you. Because really psychology is a battle of you versus you. We think the opposition's over there in the other dressing room, but actually it's in here. Who am I going to be today? Am I going to be my best self or my weaker self? So a lot of my psychology with teams and athletes and coaches comes down to fighter versus victim. We have a choice. There's a good story. Clint Eastwood was playing golf, and his partner, this last year, his partner said, "Clint, how old are you?" He said, 88. He said, 88 on Monday. And his partner said, "Wow, that's wonderful, what are you doing?" He said, "I'm starting a new movie." He said, "How do you do it?" He said, "I wake up every morning and don't let the old man in." And that's life. We wake up every morning and make a decision who we're going to be. I've got Parkinson's disease, so getting up in the morning is not so easy for me. Getting dressed is not so easy. I have to make a decision. Am I going to be a fighter today, or am I going to be a victim? And that's what fascinates me with sports psychology. And I suppose, in a nutshell, sports psychology is deciding whether you're going to be a fighter or a victim. I tend to ask athletes 3 questions when they come to see me, and I've had a lot of distinguished athletes come to see me over the years. And my 3 questions are, what do you want? How badly do you want it? And how much are you willing to suffer? And very often, everything revolves around the first question, what do you want? Because a lot of people are unclear what they want from life. They don't sit down and think through. We are writing our own life story every day, and yet we don't think about it. Who do we want to be? Where do we want to live? What life do we want to lead? When we've finished our life, come to the end of our life and look back, what do we want to say that we've done? So, what do you want is a very powerful question. And then if an athlete says, I want to be the best, Bill, fine. How badly do you want it? Because you've got to pay a price to be the best. The best pay a big price.
Thank you so much to Bill Beswick for his time and education on this, the teaching us these lessons. Inspiring the next generation is extremely important. In fact, it's, for me and this company, is kind of like the only thing. Inspire Change is about inspiring everybody to make change and to create this movement that is going to change the world in a positive and have a positive impact. So it's very important to me. So go follow Bill. His book is going to be linked down below. If you follow the Audible link as well, you get a free audio book. I think Bill's book will be in audio version, so you can go check that out and get a free copy of that as well. The sponsor of the video today was theeverydaystoic.com, the best stoicism apparel line online. It is linked down below. This is the Amor Fati t-shirt, my favorite t-shirt in the collection. And also theeverydaystoic.com is the best source of stoicism online. You can find them on Instagram at theeverydaystoic, and they're also on YouTube, I believe, as well. So go check them out. Thank you to that. The support that you guys have given us at mulliganbrothers.com buying our apparel range, and the support that you give these companies is what makes this movement possible. To be able to fly around the world is because you guys are helping us do it. And we want to deliver this for free as always. So if you want to support us in return, we are so grateful. And everybody who has supported us, thank you so much. This video for me is super important. And if you've taken anything from it, just think about the actions that you do. Everything that you do has the opportunity to inspire somebody else. And sometimes you'll be getting up at 4 a.m. in the morning to work out, and you'll think that it's a very selfish thing that the results are coming to you. But also, at some point, somebody's going to look at you and go, hold on a sec, this guy for a whole year got up at 4 a.m. to work out. Why did he do that? Like, what led him to do that? What led him to have that motivation to do that? And then there's the intrinsic where they go, maybe I could do that. Maybe I could get up at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. and start to work out and have more routine and have a better routine in my life and become fitter and healthier. And through our actions, because actions do speak louder than words in so many cases, guys, through our actions, we can inspire other people. So just remember that going forward. Thank you so much to Bill. Have a blessed and productive day. Go inspire some change. And I will see you in the next one. Peace. @Jordan Mulligan on Instagram.